Welcome to the Voice of Senior Care. I'm Morgan.
And I'm Kiana.
And we're bringing families and the caregiving community together. Friendly Voices, the Senior Care Podcast.
Good morning. My name is Kiana James, and I'm the host of Friendly Voices, the Senior Care Podcast. And I have here with me my co-host,
Morgan Williams.
And where are we at today?
We are at Morning Star Senior Living. It's a new community here in Houston, assisted living and memory care community. Beautiful exercise room here today, where we're hosting it with our special guest.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming.
I'm Fritz Mcdonald, and I am the president, founder, and executive director of Great Age Movements. It's a local senior charity, and today I'll talk a little bit about what we do. So our mission essentially is to redefine old age, and we're doing it through innovative community programs. There are a lot of programs out there in senior community centers and within senior communities, but we want to create a bridge between these senior communities and public spaces. So our charity targets museums and parks with our programming. What started it off essentially was to build a senior playground. A lot of people have never heard of that.
Yeah.
But it actually started in China in 1995.
Really?
And the government there built several fitness station parks for seniors, and they made it mandatory for seniors to go to these parks.
Now, exercise is a lot in the
Yes,
Chinese community.
it is.
I love and frequent Chinatown. If you go there in the morning, we'll always see the seniors out early.
That's right.
Exercise.
And they always do it in group settings.
Always in group settings.
So, and I'm sure with the number of people that live in China, taking care of your body, your health is vital to the healthcare system. And so that's a little bit of the history. It spread through Asia and then into Europe and then parts of the US of recent, mainly progressive cities like San Francisco and Seattle. And now they're popping up in the Midwest. In fact, one of the insurance companies, trying to think which one, United, they're now helping fund to build some of these playgrounds.
Probably United. I know
Yes.
they're doing a lot with the seniors.
So with that, I partnered with a major philanthropist. Her name's Carolyn Farr. You probably heard of her here in the city of Houston. She's raised like $50 million for so many charities, and she's very good at helping startups. And so I just told her my idea, and I said, since Houston's expanding all their green spaces, why not create like a temple, a space for seniors? And I told her about the senior playground, and she said, put it together, and I'll connect you with people. And we were off, We started with a fundraiser, and so on the idea alone, we raised like $60,000, and we did an annual one for 3 years in a row, and then the pandemic hit. Yeah. But we raised enough to build the first playground. And it currently is. We installed it in the Texas Medical Center at St. Dominic's Village. I worked out a deal where they gave us some land, and people from all over the city can come to our playground.
It's so nice. Not just for the residents there.
And for the residents can use it. So we worked out a deal in which over 5 years, it will be donated to their senior community because they have over 500 seniors.
Yeah, it's a huge facility.
Yes,
huge
but our programming will occur there for the next 5 years. So we have seniors from everywhere, and we'd love for Morningstar, given it's a new community, to be bused to that playground in the future. And then our volunteers show you how to use it, and it's a nice social get-together, and it just stimulates your body and your mind. That's one of our programs. During the last 4 years, we needed something to show the community some other kind of programming. So I found this program for children at the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. And they hired a ballet company to take a group of young adults and children through the museum. Do you know it's 2 miles long as you go through this entire museum?
I need to go to the museum.
It's amazing. Yeah, in New York City, and it's amazing. But
Wow.
they didn't have any structure to it. They just, the ballerinas were, moving, and you just copy them as you go through. And the kids' family had to pay for it. So I thought, why not create something with functional movements
Right.
and make it cater it to seniors? So I established a program, I put a proposal together, and I sold it to the CEO of the Health Museum, John Arcadinaco, and we tested it out 3 years ago. It was a hit. We had like 50 seniors showing up, and at the end, I'm telling you, what the reward is people feeling young, vibrant, and that society cares about them.
So let's go back a little bit,
Yes.
because we want to hear more about you, Fritz.
Yes, okay.
So tell me more about you, because you were telling me kind of your background in senior care and healthcare.
That's right. Well, I lived in Austin, and I was in the natural sciences. I used to be a marine biologist.
Okay, didn't know that.
And I did a lot of research. And I got a couple of degrees there, and then I did some volunteer work with Easter Seal Society,
Okay.
and mainly hydrotherapy, actually. And I was looking at what physical therapy and occupational therapy does. And I found out Houston has several programs where you go on a fast track and get an advanced degree, a master's. It's like a professional master's program. So I ended up applying for the occupational therapy program. And I completed my master's in that, and a minor in robotics,
Wow.
because that technology is here is really a great place to learn that, for people who lose their arms, with these new devices and such. So I moved here, and then finished the program in 2000. The Medicare changed, and they pushed rehab from the hospitals into skilled nursing facilities, which were just convalescent centers. So they created an arm to each nursing home and made a temporary place where people can go and get rehab from the hospital, and then they go back home, all seniors. So I did that for many years, clinician. I did director of the building, corporate director, and then I formed a business where we ran rehab departments in skilled nursing facilities. And around my 15th year, I got a little burnout. And I thought, I need to do something more impactful that benefits all seniors, because we get them better through a rehab standpoint, but then they have nowhere to go.
Right.
So I thought, if we start building playgrounds everywhere, then it's easy, right? Because they take the back roads, they don't get on freeways, and if it's accessible in their neighborhoods or close by, in terms of long term,
Right.
in terms of this organization, then they would feel like they're part of the community.
Wow.
Go to the
We
park.
want to learn a little bit more about those programs, but
Yes.
we do need to hear from our sponsors. So
Sure.
we're going to go to a short commercial
Yes.
break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
And this is Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up. And where we look up, stay up. Stay up and boss up. This is Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
Want to be a boss? Let's talk business. Let's talk fashion. Let's talk health, fitness, community, lifestyle, and finance with Boss Up Houston, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. It's Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience than cable. Ask me how to get 300 megabits per second for only $35 a month, plus taxes and fees, with no annual contract, no bundles required, and unlimited internet data included. Call Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Again, that is Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Limited availability may not be available in your area. Speed change based on the volume upload and download capacity of internet 500 and 1,000 versus Xfinity extension and possible internet compliments 1 gig, 1.2 gig cable services with uploads from 10 to 35 megabits per second. Download max speed is 920 megabits per second. Speeds vary.
Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's
Time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether you're low-key or adventurous, come hang out with tons of like-minded people at exciting group activities. The best part? Everyone is single. From happy hours and trivia nights to outdoor adventures and weekend getaways. Events and Adventures has something for everyone. We're all here for the same reason. So come be part of a community made for singles. Your match is waiting for you to make your move. Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
One.
All right, we are back with Friendly Voices, the Senior Care Podcast, and we are taping from Morningstar, one of the newest communities in Houston. Very, very upscale, and as you see from the background, this is their exercise room. It is wonderful, very 5-star. And we are interviewing today Fritz from Great Age Movement, and he's telling us a little bit about himself, about his organization, and about the different programs, and then how we can all get involved. So Fritz, you were telling us about your background now, and you told us a little bit about where this idea came from. How did it come to you to just do more?
Well, I was getting the burnout on my 15th year, like I said earlier, and I wasn't sure if I was going to change careers or not.
Right.
You know, you feel like you do so much, and yet you're still working like person per person, right?
Right.
And and I know this city, Houston, there's so many charities. I think, in fact, we have more charities than any other city
I've heard that.
in the U.S. And being surrounded by philanthropists and people who want to make social changes led me to the idea that I too can contribute to a change in our society, specifically for this population. And as I've been getting older, you know, I certainly want people to care about me. I don't want to just retire and then you park yourself somewhere and then you're forgotten, right?
Which happens too often.
It is, yeah, exactly. And who doesn't love to go to the park? That's a worldwide phenomenon, you know, parks and museums.
Yeah.
And you don't really see a lot of seniors at either locations. So I felt like, given that these are generally free places to a degree, why not get seniors there? And that's what led to the Health Museum program, which after studying the program at the Museum of Modern Art for children, we established the program and we tested it and started doing it monthly, and we had people bus from all over the city and even like suburbs.
And you said that was 3 years ago?
3 years. 2019, what year are we? 3 years ago, that's right.
We lost a year.
We
Yes.
lost 2 years.
2 years.
Literally, yes. And we did suspend the program for a year, February 2020. We had the entire year filled up. That was going to be our second year.
Wow.
And everybody canceled because they started lockdown.
Yeah.
And so the CEO of the Health Museum asked me, Fritz, can you do like an online program for seniors? And they said they wanted to partner with us on that. And I thought, okay, I've never really done anything like that, but I love a challenge. And then suddenly we're creating a show every Saturday through StreamYard in partnership with the Health Museum. It's called Great Age Movement at Home Lab Series in partnership with the Health Museum. So through the entire pandemic, we started to target seniors within a 50-mile radius online, and Facebook is the most commonly used platform for seniors.
That's
outside of email.
that's probably why the kids were not on Facebook.
That's right. So we started filming out of my house, and we put up our little step and repeat for Great Age Movements, and started creating shows initially with how to exercise in your home. You don't even need equipment, and so we started with bed exercises, because a lot of people are into just exercising. When you live alone, then it's easy not to exercise.
Right.
And that first show put us on the map with Univision.
Oh, wow.
And over 1 million people saw me thrusting my hips up and down and doing the clam. And we made it like a 2-part segment. And so we did 15 minutes of exercise, and then called upon a friend who loves to cook, and she showed an easy recipe for making meatballs.
Oh.
And every Saturday we came up with something new, and you know, exercising in your kitchen, exercising in your living room. It expanded. They gave me free reign, so we started doing makeup artists, arts and crafts, do-it-yourself projects, how to make a wind chime.
And so anybody can tune in, or
anybody can tune in, and the metrics show that 50% of people watching are between the ages of 30 and 50.
Wow.
And it might be because of personal interest, but also because maybe they're concerned what their parents are doing.
They want to learn
And give them
how to help
ideas, yeah. And it grew from, a couple hundred watching to several thousand. And let's see, we started that 2 years ago now. We're already in season 3.
That's so
we
cool.
definitely got to get that out.
Yeah.
Yes. And so it's just a 30-minute workout. We have the archives on our website,
Okay.
thegreatage.org. And we popped into buildings during the pandemic and did group exercises just to show what seniors are doing during these times.
And I think that's a great name. How did you come up with that name, Great Age Movement?
Very interesting. He's a big name in town. He's one of the Wyatts, and he actually helped Estee Lauder launch her company internationally.
Oh, wow.
And so when I was coming up with the name, I had like 3 choices, and he helped guide me to the right name. And I for me personally, it was about not being called old. I have an issue with that because it comes with all the stigmas that come with that. And I think we just have to stop seeing people that way because you're good as your last breath, right? So you want to live fully. And so I thought, why not start calling people great age? How old are you? I'm a great age, right? Instead of the shock value, I'm 92. Well, 92, yes, and this is what I can do, right? And that, I think, is the key. And so that's kind of where the term came from. And the logo itself was also helped design by Mr. Wyatt, and that is the city of Houston. That's the downtown landscape. And we came up with that idea because my goal is to make the movement go beyond Houston.
Right.
I'd love to go to other major cities,
You can definitely.
promote museums, parks with our programming, and just change the city landscape when we go to Austin or Chicago or New York City. So it carries it forward as a uniform organization.
Now, if we want to get involved and our listeners that are listening to us want to get involved, what do they need to do?
Sure. If you just go to our website, we have a contact form there under programs, and it's that you just enter your full name, your email, your phone number, and then our volunteer coordinator gets your information, and trust me, you'll start getting calls. And you can volunteer at the Health Museum, you can volunteer at the playground, you can even, if you have a special skill, you could come and be on our 30-minute programming on Facebook,
Working, you might have to do
I
that.
know.
She's a trainer.
Trainers, we've had quite a few trainers, like with Define. You've heard of Define. We have Emily Mitchell. She comes often and demonstrates different types of exercise with resistant bands, balls, your own body. We've had a nutritionist. We've had doctors on there. You could be good at anything, just something that will connect to seniors. We've had home organizers. A lot of people think, I don't want to deal with my kitchen and it's too much work. But all of that is exercise. When you're reaching for something and moving something, that's exercise.
Well, this is such an important topic. We want to talk a little bit more about why others need to get involved and why we need to encourage our seniors to do this. But we're going to take a very short commercial break, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience than cable. Ask me how to get 300 megabits per second for only $35 a month, plus taxes and fees, with no annual contract, no bundles required, and unlimited internet data included. Call Bus Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Again, that is Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Limited availability may not be available in your area. Speed change based on the last upload and download capacity of internet and 500 for Xfinity selection and possible internet minutes. 1 gig, 1.2 gig cable services with uploads of 10, 20, and 35 megabits per second. Download max speed is 920 megabits per second for internet and outlet. Speed vary by area.
Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether you're low-key or adventurous, come hang out with tons of like-minded people at exciting group activities. The best part? Everyone is single. From happy hours and trivia nights to outdoor adventures and weekend getaways. Events and Adventures has something for everyone. We're all here for the same reason. So come be part of a community made for singles. Your match is waiting for you to make your move. Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
All right, I am Kiana, the host of Friendly Voices, the Senior Care Podcast, and we are taping live today from Morningstar, one of the newest 5-star communities in the Houston area. And we're interviewing Fritz from Great Age Movement, and we've been talking all about his program for seniors and how they encourage exercise and moving around and a lot of different other programs. So Fritz, talk to us about why the need to increase visibility of seniors in public places.
I think if we, as a society, increase the seniors in our communities, we're going to be more aware of where they're at in life and put more value and give them more purpose. I think our programs are just a vehicle to get them into the public setting. And the volunteer program, you can be any age. And so that's creating a relationship with the community. And if you feel valued, my God, your potential just skyrockets. And I think people will live purposefully and healthier lives if they know that somebody cares about them.
That's so true that you say that, because so oftentimes seniors go down and just really give up on living. They don't even try because they feel like they have no purpose.
That's right.
I've seen that even with, like, my father has Alzheimer's, and even though he's not cognitively sound, in his mind he is. So just yesterday, he was trying to make my mom stop the car so he could go in somewhere and fill out a job interview. Fill out an application because he wants to go work. He wants to do all these things. So it doesn't matter what our age is. We still must have that purpose.
That's right. And I think once you take them somewhere and you create something, it just opens the door in their mind of their potential. And I think that's the key, because we're all going to be there one day, a great age.
Thankfully. Now, so define what the programs are again, just so that
So we have 3 programs. We have a program in the park, which is in the Texas Medical Center, called Great Age Movement Senior Playground with 21 fitness stations. It's covered, AstroTurf, and it has grab bars built into the entire system. There's 30 years of research that supports the benefits for seniors, health, mental, and socialization. Then we have another program at the Health Museum, and it's called the Senior Art and Exercise Program in partnership with the Health Museum. And that's the 30-minute mobile workout as you move through the museum to get a different perspective on the art. And we hope to expand to all 19 museums with a theme for each museum so that seniors get a unique experience at each one. And our third program is online, and this was out of the pandemic, and it's called Great Age Movement at Home Lab Series in partnership with the Health Museum. And that is a hodgepodge program that covers health and wellness for seniors, and it's every Saturday for 30 minutes. And you can catch that program also in our archives on our website, thegreatage.org, and also on YouTube. So that's beneficial for anybody who's kind of stuck at home and they want to still get connected with our charity, but also with fun things to do, arts and crafts, cooking, exercising in your home, beauty, wellness, so many other topics. So
awesome.
That's where we're at.
Now, I know other ways that people can get involved is financially.
Yes.
And you were talking about
I always forget to ask for money.
I always got to ask for money. This program, someone has to pay for it. Can you talk to us about what your needs are from a financial standpoint?
That's right. So this entire organization, our governing board, we have no paid staff. This is all volunteer work. I volunteer about 500 to 800 hours a year of my own personal time because I think it just feeds the soul, and I work a 60-hour-a-week professional job, but I'm good at pulling in people to help. Financially, our main thing is our operations are very low. It's like $6,000 to $8,000 a year.
Oh, that's good.
Where we need the money is to build the playgrounds, and the first one cost $75,000, and that's with a few conditions, like they gave us land and they already had the sidewalks prepared. We already have enough money for the next playground, which we plan to build in the Bel Air area. But ideally, if we can get 5 playgrounds in the next couple of years, you're just opening the door for so many seniors to attend and more people to volunteers like yourself through your donations. And you can sponsor individual fitness stations at the playground, and your name will be on a placard. You could be a business, you could be an individual owner. You could buy a brick, $250, that leads to the next playground. And
I want a brick.
it's in honor of, it could be a loved one, it could be your own business and your contribution, it could be your name. The equipment ranges from $2,500 if you want your name on something specific, or an entire unit will be $10,000, or you can have the whole playground named after you for $50,000.
Wow.
So there are opportunities in terms of that. You can sponsor our individual online program. It's not very expensive. It's $200 per show, and we could put a little blurb, a video ad of your business. Or if you're an individual and you just want to remain anonymous, you're still contributing. And the Health Museum program is also about $200, I believe. And these are the things that we pay out of our charity. But we've kept it very low budgeted. And if it gets to a certain point, you will eventually need a paid executive director. But I don't mind doing all this because it's so worth it. And any volunteer who's participated and every senior who's participated, the reaction is the reward for me, because I know this is necessary. This is so necessary in our community and communities around the U.S.
So
you can't forget about older people.
If we want to help out,
Yes.
volunteer, or financially, how do we do that? We go to your website?
You could go to the contact form on the website,
Okay.
thegreatage.org, and you can enter your information, and it allows you to leave a message. And I can certainly, my number actually is on the website, so you can call me directly. Our email is greatagemovement@gmail.com. We are looking always for corporate sponsors. That's the quickest way to get a nice big donation.
Right.
We do have our upcoming 4th annual Jazz Brunch.
Yes.
April 24th. Thank you for participating. Yes, it's April 24th. It's on a Sunday, and we're hosting it at the Health Museum, where we have 2 programs in partnership with the Health Museum. So it's going to be lovely. If you've never had any kind of event at the museum, it'll be my first time. It's going to be grand. We're honoring Irma Galvan. She owns Irma's Original Restaurant. She's an icon. She's right now on what's the show on Bravo TV? Chef.
Oh, yes. The new show.
She's been rated as one of the best Mexican restaurants on the Food Network. She received the James Beard Award. She's 80. She's still working her restaurant. She's amazing, and she has a story to tell. So we're honoring her. Part of our annual fundraisers is to honor seniors who are living a full and productive life and who can shine for other seniors. So we're very excited about that.
So if we want to get tickets to that.
If you want to get tickets to that, go to eventbrite.com, type in Great Age Movement, Houston, and you'll see all the opportunities there, from individual tickets to tables to sponsorship. Or you can also go to our website, because the full event under events is listed there. Or you can go to Great Age Movement Facebook page.
Awesome.
Lots of opportunities. Please come. All your money goes towards helping seniors and their program. Nothing goes into our pockets, and that's the beauty of it. You can go to stargazers.com or
Maybe, yeah.
Yes, that's you can check the credibility of charities. And I have good news. United Airlines is an official sponsor of our brunch coming up.
Awesome.
They're putting $25,000 into an account to help propel this organization forward, because they believe what we're doing is a great thing for society.
That's awesome. Well, we thank you so much, Fritz, for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
And thank you to our listeners for listening and watching. And if you want to find out more about our organization, Friendly Faces Senior Care, you can go online to www.friendlyfaces.com, or you can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram. Just search for Friendly Faces Senior Care.
She's got it all. I need to learn the TikTok thing.
We
My
just
seniors
started
love that.
TikTok.
Yes.
We have some TikTok.
You're going to have to teach me.
Yeah, we have some senior videos for TikTok. So
I love it.
they're wonderful. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
Just thank you for inviting me. Wish everybody a happy Friday, and remember your loved ones, and you can do something about it through any of our organizations. I think it's important to know that if you take action, you're going to get a wonderful reaction from so many seniors. And who doesn't want to live a purposeful life to the very end?
Awesome. Thank you so much, and tune in to our next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Friendly Voices, the Senior Care Podcast.